Minecraft 1.19 gave us a new structure called the Ancient City, and other than just being dark and scary, the city also has some unique loot that can't be found anywhere else. Looting this new structure can be tough though, so in this video I will show you how to loot it the easiest way and what you can expect to find. Let's first talk a little about the Ancient City themselves. They are located on the layer -51 and are often pretty large, as you can see. The cities consist of many different substructures that make each city unique. In those substructures are also the chests, and that's what we're after here. But before I show you where all the chests are located, let's look at the loot table of all those chests. There are quite a lot of items, as you can see. The most notable ones are probably the enchanted books, but especially the Swift Sneak, which you can't find anywhere else. Disc fragments, echo shards, which again you can't find anywhere else, different music disc, and the enchanted golden apple. But there is a lot more, so you can choose what to pick. And now let's see where the chests are. The first one is located in a structure called Icebox, and it looks like this. The loot you can find from there is a bit different than usual though. Go down from here and you can access the chest. It contains snowballs, packed ice, and some different food items. Here's also the whole loot table for that chest. This loot will only generate in the Icebox chest. The next special chest with unusual loot is located in the structure called City Center. There are different variants of this structure and they look like this. But only one of them will have chest with a special loot, and that is this one here that you wanna search for. The unique loot in this one is a single golden apple, but there's also a reason for that. If you go right here under the bridge and eat the golden apple, a door will open, giving you access to the secret room below the city center. This room is full of redstone contraptions and other cool stuff, so when you get the chance to explore it, I definitely recommend it. The other two variants of the city center don't have any chests, but they also have the secret rooms, which will open when you make noise around the chiseled deep slate block right here. The structures generate randomly, so you will have to get lucky if you want the golden apple. But now let's take a look at some of the other structures that also have really good loot in them. The first one is called Barracks, and it looks like this. It has two chests that are really easy to find over here and include the items from the regular loot table. The next one you wanna search for is called the Chamber. It looks like this and has 3 variations which all contain one single chest. Again, regular loot table items. After that we have the Sauna, and this is probably the biggest and best of all of them. It has 3 chests full of loot, but not only that, it also has 2 pools, so make sure to take a quick dip when you happen to come across it, but it is rare, so you won't be able to find it in every ancient city. Next we have the Tall Ruin. It has 4 variations which all contain at least 1 chest, and this one even has 2. Just climb up to here and voila, easy loot. You should be able to find at least 30 chests in a single city, but if you get lucky you could find more, like this ancient city here has 45 chests. Just depends on how big of a city you find. But now that we know what the loot is and also where to look for it, let's see some ways to actually raid the city. The first method is pretty wild, but I promise I have way better and professional methods after this. And it is to just jump in, find the chest in all the locations and get out as fast as possible. Kinda like speedrunning the ancient city. It is probably the fastest way, but definitely not the safest method, since it will probably awaken the Warden and get wrecked if you are not fast enough. So make sure to bring a totem, it might keep you alive for a couple extra seconds. And for the people who are insane enough to actually try it, I wish you good luck and let me know how it went in the comments below. But the next method is a bit more professional, as I promised, and it is to sneak around, find the shriekers and cover them with wool so they can't receive any sound, making it basically impossible for the Wardens to spawn. And then you can just run around and loot the city in peace. No other mobs can spawn in the deep dark, so you don't have to worry about the random creeper blowing up and making a ton of noise. But if you still happen to summon a Warden accidentally, here are a couple of tips to deal with him. since you will be given a darkness effect after the Warden crawls out of his dusty basement. Enable the hitboxes by pressing F3 plus B. This gives you a good overview of where the Warden is, even when you are blinded by his ugly looks. Also, if you already happen to have the Swift Sneak enchantment, this is a good time to use it. It makes sneaking around in Ancient City a lot faster. The Efficiency 5 hoe can also be handy down here, since it breaks all the sculpt blocks a lot faster than pickaxe or any other tool. So if you want to quickly collect some sculk before the Warden B rushes you, use an enchanted hoe. But now for the brave ones, there are actually some pretty safe ways to kill the Warden. One of them is just to entitygram him. Dig a small hole, add at least 24 minecarts in there and trapdoor at the top. And boom, your trap is ready. The next time when you find yourself being chased by the Warden, just lead him into that hole and he will eventually die in there. This can be used on multiple Wardens at the same time if you manage to do that somehow. Another method is to trap him in the spruce sapling like this. Pretty funny method in my opinion. And if you think that you might need some backup, bring a couple of iron blocks and let the iron golems take the fight for you. Make sure to also have some iron ingots to heal the golem, since it will take about a stack of iron to fight one Warden. But hey, at least now you get to live another day. And now, probably the best method of all of them, using a redstone contraption to disable the Warden spawning entirely. And it's super easy to build. This one here is designed by Ilmonga, and it works by constantly triggering the Shrieker, but since the area is spawn proofed, no Warden can spawn here. And actually he can't spawn anywhere, since the Warden spawning has a global cooldown, and this Shrieker re-triggers the cooldown each time, making it practically impossible for the Warden to spawn, and giving you the ability to just cruise around and loot the city. Or any other city really. Adding a chunk loader to this will make the machine work even when you are far away. Disabling all Warden spawning in your world is just awesome, so thanks to Ilmonga for coming up with such an amazing creation. And this probably also is the best method if you want to get rid of the Wardens forever. Bonus thing that you can do in the Ancient City is to build a Warden farm. This may seem illegal, but farming the most dangerous mob in the game is actually possible. In return, you get Sculk Catalyst blocks. We even made a tutorial video on this, so if you're interested, I'll leave a link to this down below. I hope you learned something new, and I wish you a successful raiding session. See ya!